Okay guys, it's Dave at All Important Reviews. Please click the subscribe button so you can keep more of my content and keep getting some awesome content and awesome reviews. I have been purchasing quite a few watches recently. I'm going to ramp up this channel to get some more reviews out to you. I am a watch enthusiast. I do buy a lot of these Chinese AliExpress watches that are spec monsters for a fraction of the cost of a real luxury watch. Now, I also am a big fan of G-Shocks and Casio and Seiko and Hamilton and Victorinox, and you're going to get lots of different content off me, so please subscribe. It is obviously the AliExpress sale. AliExpress, you can get some unbelievable bargains that you cannot find anywhere else on the internet, and I'm not kidding. And this year I thought I would give you some of my top picks. All these watches I've personally used and can personally vouch for. There is going to be some affiliate links below. Obviously I make a small commission if you do order them, but I would only recommend stuff that I know is quality and is good. Obviously on some of these watches there are QC issues sometimes, and you've got to get in touch with the manufacturers and they will sort them out. Let's start off with numero uno. My favourite of all the watches that I've bought recently. It's not the most expensive, it's not the cheapest, but it's absolute number one bang for buck, and that is the Pagani design PD 1651. It's an absolute spec monster. It's obviously a homage to the Rolex Yachtmaster, mixed a little bit with the Submariner and Sea Dweller. It is simply stunning, full ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, 100-meter water resist, stainless steel bracelet with the solid end links, solid links and fully milled clasp. Absolute spec monster. It's going for an unbelievably cheap price in this deal. You can get it in an all black version. You can get it in a black version with a blue blue sunburst dial, a blue and black sunburst dial, sorry. You can get it in a two-tone. I've got it in both a two-tone and the sunburst black and blue dial. They're both absolutely stunning. You cannot possibly go wrong. You can also get them on a NATO strap or a rubber strap, which I don't have because I'm a bracelet guy. That's going to be my number one favourite top pick based upon everything in terms of bang for buck and quality and the price point. Number two is going to be the 1661. Now this one is again another Pagani design model. This one is what I would call their homage to the Submariner watch. So 40 millimeters, beautiful case, just like the other one, the 1651. This has a ceramic bezel, 100-meter water resist. You've got the beautiful polished center links on the majority of them. They also do a green version that has the fully brushed bracelet. This is, you can easily go swimming with it, you can go snorkeling with it because it's got the 100-meter water resist. Stunning black dial, sapphire crystals, ceramic bezel, all the good stuff is in this watch. You can get it from Spain or you can get it from China. If you get it from Spain, obviously if it's delivered in the next few days, you're not going to get any import fees because obviously we're in the the same single market customs union, which we will be leaving shortly, I believe. And so I don't obviously know what happens next month when with the transition period ends. But as of right now, you can actually still order some of the models from Spain, and if you can, obviously do that. You will have to pay a little bit more because you'll have to pay shipping, but you get it definitely before Christmas. So that's going to be my second pick because the quality is there, the size is there. It's got that gorgeous 40 millimeter size with, and you can also get it. My personal favourite is with the blue ceramic insert. That is my favourite with a black dial, and coincidentally Rolex's new I think it's white gold Submariner is actually very similar to that in terms of the Lux, that they've come out with a black dial with a blue bezel, and it's grown on me, and it's now one of my favourite watches. But you can get it in green, and you can get it in all black, and you can get it in a green bezel and black dial, which is, I think it's called a Kermit, as some terminology calls it. So that will be my second pick. If you want that model essentially, but in a bigger size, a 43mm size, you can get the Pagani design PD1639. And this model, I have got this model, I have the blue one. Stunning model. Mine did not have a single blemish on it. I checked everything, did not have, everything was aligned, everything worked, all the screws worked, screw links. That's the other thing with these Pagani design watches, you're getting screw pins. So resizing the bracelet is so unbelievably easy. It is a total joy to do. And so this is basically their bigger version of the 1661. And so this is for people that have bigger wrists. I would say 7-inch and above. Definitely, I have 7 and a bit inch wrists. But this one you can get in the two-tone. The two-tone looks absolutely fantastico. It really does. It's not too blingy because they've not overdone the reho. They've done the bezel. They've done it in a subtle gold. It is really nice. I would strongly suggest the black, gold and silver is the one you want to get personally. If you want a bit more pizzazz, go with that one. But they also do a blue, gold and silver one, and they do them in green and they do it in black. So you've got loads of options there with that model. It is even cheaper than the 1651 and the 1661, I believe, even though you're getting more watch in terms of its size. But you need to have a big wrist to pull off that watch, I would say. What's my next pick going to be? Now this next pick, going to be the Pagani Design 1644, which is their chronograph. This is a quartz model, a mecha quartz, so it's highly accurate. You gain your ceramic bezel. You can get it in the panda dial, meaning it's got a white background with the black sub-dial rings. Absolutely stunning model. This is one of the lightest watches I've used of this range. It doesn't feel heavy on the wrist. It's really thin. It's only 11mm thick. Even though it's a chronograph, it is a fantastic watch. I've used it for 2 or 3 weeks, and it is a joy to wear. You can get it in a black dial, white dial, which would be my picks, white or black dial. But you can also get it in a more funky colour blue and a green one, which I personally wouldn't get because it's not to my taste, but the options are there. I forgot to mention that you can actually get the 1661, which is like their dive watch, if you will, their 40mm, which comes in a gold, an all gold version. Obviously, it's not real precious metal gold. It's just got some kind of PVD coating, but still it looks absolutely fantastic for what you're paying for this watch. It looks absolutely bang on, and again, the fit is there, the quality is there in terms of the materials on the bracelet and the case and the sapphire and all that. Whether it stands the test of time, obviously I don't truly know that yet, but for what you're paying for it, it would make a fantastic Christmas present. The next Pagani design, the last one that I'm going to mention really from Pagani, I think, is going to be their GMT, which is their 1662, PD1662, which is one of, if not my second favourite Pagani design Explorer of the Explorer range wrist watch. It is straight up beautiful ceramic bezel with a two-tone ceramic bezel. If you get it in black or blue, it is in ceramic in black or blue, and in all black it is ceramic. However, if it's in blue and red, it is not ceramic. Or if it is in red and black, it's not ceramic. It is some kind of an aluminium insert. But this watch is thicker, so it's slightly heavier and slightly top heavier. This is thicker than the other models I mentioned. This is nearly 14 millimeters. So it has wrist presence when you're feeling it. You can get this one on the 5-link bracelet, which is basically a homage to a very close alternative to the Rolex Jubilee bracelet. And the bracelet on this, that 5-link, is straight up the greatest bracelet that the comfiest bracelet that I've ever put on a watch. And I've wore real Rolex Jubilee bracelets, and this is as comfortable. Even with a 14mm thickness, this model disappears on the wrist with that 5-link bracelet. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you now, it's fantastic. Again, ceramic bezel with the ones I've said. Beautiful black dial. Fully loomed markers. 40mm sizing. Good thickness. 100-meter water resist. This, you can get it in so many options with the different bracelets. I would personally strongly suggest getting the 5-link. I think it fits better on this model, on this particular model, because it is more top heavy. I prefer it to have a lighter feel because of that 5-link bracelet. So my personal favourite on this model is what's called the Pepsi, which is now this one doesn't have a ceramic bezel, but it gives the best overall looks. That's with the blue and black bezel colouring, which I think makes it pop and makes it look fantastic. It would be fantastic to take on holiday. You can go swimming with it because it's got the 100-meter water resist. So, durable watches, absolutely fantastic. So they would be my picks from Pagani. Now then, talking about another manufacturer, Parnis. Very reliable, they've been around for 15 years, I think. Started producing in 2005. These also specialise in homage watches. I've got one of theirs. I've got one that looks very similar, that everyone knows looks similar to a Yachtmaster, a Rolex Yachtmaster. Obviously, it is not a fake watch. It's not a counterfeit watch. It is, of course, a real watch. They've just done a homage, which means it looks quite similar, and it's been, used some of the design in its design, but it's not a direct copy, obviously, because I would never promote fake watches. But yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic watch. The fit is there. It's a slim watch. It's got a low profile. You can get it in the all grey or the blue and grey. I've personally got it in the blue and grey because it has the biggest pop. It fits like a glove on the wrist. The bracelet clasp on the Parnis is not as good as it's not as good as on the Pagani, but it is still okay, and the bracelet is fully solid end links, and case is beautiful 40mm or around 40mm. Fully loomed hands. You're not getting the same water resistance. I think the water resistance is about 30 meters, but it will be completely fine for just very, light bit of water on it. It's not an issue. This has got the absolute looks, incredibly legible, and I would say it feels very well made. I've been wearing it for about a month or so, and I'm happy with it. The bezel is stainless steel. It is not platinum, obviously, like a Rolex, but for what you're paying for it, it's a steal. It truly is. And this model you can get in the two-tone. You can get it in the various colours that make it look even better with that gold two-tone, with the black dial, or the gold two-tone with the blue dial is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And when you're out at the weekend, you want to wear a nice watch, that gives you the feel of a luxury watch, even though you've only paid 60 odd quid, which is pretty sick really for what you're paying for it. So that would be my Parnis picks. What else would I want? Now,